All right. A little different video here, especially for a video game type thing. So I'm just gonna do this quick and dirty because this game doesn't. It's a weird game. I played Thank Goodness You're Here. It's like a little 2-hour game. It's like literally I finished it in 118 minutes, so just under 2 hours, and it's just a fun little game, is what it is. It's quite a right game, is it? Place. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about it. I don't have any notes, don't really have anything specific I want to say. I'm just kind of freeballing here, but I will read the normal stuff that I normally do. Thank Goodness You're Here was developed by Cole Supper and published by Panic Inc. It was released on Mac, Nintendo Switch, Windows PC, PS4, PS5 on August 1st, 2024. And you just play as a little dude who's helping people in this town. So it starts off with you're this guy who's at his job, and his job is to go to the town of Barnsworth and help people out. And well, his job is to see the mayor and help the mayor with something, but once you get there, the mayor's not ready to see you yet, so you just like walk around the town and help a bunch of people with their problems. It's like I said, it's only 2 hours. I'll throw some footage up of it every so often during this video, but I don't expect this video to be long because the game's not very long. But I really enjoyed it. It was a $20 experience. And like I said, $2 playtime. The whole like question of value gets thrown in the mix. Do I think I got $20 worth of value out of this 2 hours? Yes, I do. It's so unique and so unlike anything I've played that it was worth experiencing. It's very much a vessel for comedy, and it's like you have 3 controls in this game. You got move, you got jump, and you got a slap button that you can slap people and things with. And that's pretty much, that is it. That is all you need. And then you got like pause, start, and whatever. In the beginning, the game says, it's got like some wild sentence on it that I've kind of made out. And and you choose like, the options are like, right lad, or the whole thing's it's like British, by the way. It's very British, this game. So it says like some crazy thing in some like British like language. I don't know how to put it. British I guess accent, like it's written out very literally, and it's like I from the north or something. Like I can't remember. I just remember I was like, huh? But it's funny because the options it gives you it's like to royal ad or something like that, and it's just like, what did you just say? And so I chose that. So I think that determines either if they put the subtitles on or how literal the subtitles are, because I've watched a lot of British TV, mostly Top Gear, but occasionally there's other British shows I've watched and enjoyed. So I wouldn't say I am British, but I feel like I might have an easier time discerning accents than others. But so it's and most importantly, terminology. So there are some times where they would, I'm trying to remember the specific instance. I remember I finished this game like maybe an hour or two ago, and I'm trying to remember the specific instance of it. But someone said something in a phrase that was like, fuck. It was something like, oh, it's just a pop skipper over there, but the subtitles read, it's right over there. So it's like, I don't know if that like question I answered like determines the subtitles in general or the translation of the subtitles will say. But yeah, and then that's the moral of the game. Like I said, you just walk around, help people out, and it's an incredibly funny game. You play as the little guy you play as. I really like. He's literally just like, everyone is like a behemoth compared to you. You are just like this little dude who can't be more than a foot tall, and you just like bop around the town, and I like the way the guy looks. He never says a word, silent protagonist type thing. But it's extra funny because like while helping people, you kind of wreak havoc on some others. But your little guy just like doesn't care. He just keeps bopping along, doing his thing, jumping around, smacking stuff. And it's just the way the character design is, I really like, because the dude like barely even like he's like not even looking at people he talks to. You're talking to half the time. He's just like staring straight at the camera or whatever. So it's just kind of funny. The voice acting I really liked a lot. And then hold the phone. Oh. Sorry, it's not long after this game came out. It's August 18th. And I saw something flying out the window, and I thought it was snow at first, but it's just leaves. I was shooketh for a sec. But anyway, I really like the voice acting. Not because I like the accents too, but then the voices that just the voices they choose are very funny, and you can tell like not a lot of voice actors in this game because so many people have very similar voices. I could be completely wrong on that, but what it sounded like was like the same people just kind of changing their voice up slightly, or sometimes even using borderline the exact same voice for the same character. But the writing was really funny. And what was the last thing I wanted? Oh. And what I kind of like about this is a lot of the times you'll find someone and they'll go, "Thank goodness you're here," and then they'll like ask you, they'll tell you how they need you to help them, but then but while you're trying to help that person, you'll come across a situation that you need to help someone else to do that, and then while you're helping that second person, in order to help that second person, you need to help a third person, yada yada. And for all my Ed and Eddie fans out there, it reminded me of the episode where they're trying to like, where the ads got to like trade after trade after trade after trade after trade. If you've seen the episode, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. One of my favorite episodes of that show. One of my favorite shows and one of the greatest cartoons ever made. Ed and Eddie. Couldn't recommend more. But that's not the point of this video. But yeah, I found it a very funny little game. It's only 2 hours. I think as I was like thinking about this game, I realized it's perfect for probably like a couple people, maybe you and the SO or something like that. You guys want to like do something for the night. You want to have a little activity, but you don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to leave the house. This game's perfect. It's $20, so it's the same price as like 2 people go to the movie. Arguably cheaper, especially if you do it at night when ticket prices aren't matinee. And it's only 2 hours. You can easily finish this in one play session. I did the whole thing in under 2 hours. I did do 2 play sessions, but no questions asked. You could do it in one play session, easy. And it's just a fun little game that I recommend if you have access to it, because I thought it was funny. I thought it was worth it. And that's really it. It's just a little game I felt like I wanted to talk about a little bit. Very unhinged talking, as I didn't write anything out in advance as I normally do. This is just purely off the dome. So I hope it wasn't too incomprehensible and rambly. But that's it. That's all I got to say in this game. It was fun, 2 hours. I highly recommend if you can play it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to see any other video game or food video. Don't forget to like the video as well if you liked it. That goes a long way for small-time creators such as myself. And lastly, let's talk in the comments if you've played this game. I wasn't going to play it. I've known about it. I wasn't going to play it, but I kept seeing it crop up. I kept seeing clips of it that were a little funny. And I'm specifically not giving away too much because it's so short and there's such funny, weird stuff that happens that I want, if you are interested in this game, I want you to experience it yourself. I don't want you to get too much from this video other than a recommendation, a little kind of outline. A lot of this is a game that needs to be experienced on its own because you find out too much and it spoils it for you. So I highly recommend keeping it vague, but if you have played it, let's talk as much spoilers as we want in the comments. If you haven't played it, don't read the comments quite yet. Come back to this video after you played it. But spoilers in the comments if you want to talk about it. I don't care. I'll talk spoilers in the comments. But I'd love to hear what you guys think of this weird little game because I've never played anything like it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.